It's the morning after. LSU versus Mcneese. Defense looked a lot better. Offense needs to get it together. And they will. They will. They just need that continuity. It was good to get the youngins on the offensive line, some experience. I saw some good things. Armani Goodwin looks explosive. But in that same sense, his ankle doesn't look 100% healthy, and it needs to get that way because we're going to need Armani Goodwin to play for sure. If John Emery can't play, then Armani Goodwin and Trey Bradford are going to have to play. It's going to be a must. We're going to need some speed. I like when I saw the adjustment by seeing guys pull to get Tyrion Davis-Price some space on a couple good runs. Mad Max, you gotta just I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's his clock mentally, if he doesn't feel comfortable, he's not getting it out. You gotta get the ball out. You gotta get it out faster. He's gotta get it out faster. Besh looks explosive. I would like to see Brian Thomas get a little bit more playing time, a couple more passes thrown his way. Trey Palmer's looking good. I'm not really upset about the low point total against Mcneese, like everybody else is. I know everybody's really upset about the way the offense looked against this Mcneese defense. But I personally think that the guys just weren't up for the game. I'll be out there next week taking my son to the Central Michigan game. It's his first game. We're going to have a good time. I really want to see them be up for Central Michigan and dominate Central Michigan to set the tone going into SEC play. Because I believe we can beat Mississippi State. I believe LSU can beat Kentucky. I believe LSU can beat Auburn. We'll see how good Auburn is when they go to Penn State this week. That's what I can't wait to see. Texas is just not good like everybody thought they were for beating Louisiana Lafayette. Everybody was on the Billy Napier bandwagon. I just want to say that when y'all are talking about we need to get rid of Ed Orgeron, and y'all are saying that Lane Kiffin will be better, Hugh Freeze will be better, Dave Aranda will be better, and Billy Napier would be better. None of those guys will be better than Ed Orgeron at LSU. Like, there's a whole lot more than just calling some plays. Lane Kiffin is great at calling plays. If Lane Kiffin was the offensive coordinator at LSU, we'd be an instant success. But if Lane Kiffin was the head coach at LSU, he would have the same outcome that he had at USC. And y'all forget that Lane Kiffin was at USC, a top-notch team, a powerhouse team in the Pac-12, and it wasn't that far removed from when they had their glory days in the Pac-12. And Ed Orgeron was bringing in recruits out there for Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin didn't know what to do with them. You know, y'all need to let Lane Kiffin have a 9-3 season at Ole Miss first. You know, Hugh Freeze, yeah, he beat Nick Saban back-to-back times, but what came out of that? He didn't win the West. He never won the West. I need y'all to understand that doing something like that, we'd have the same struggles that Florida's having. Everybody thought, yo, Dan Mullen can win at Mississippi State. If he can go 10-2 at Mississippi State, oh, surely if he gets to one of the powerhouse teams, he'll win a national championship. Where it's at. I don't think that Florida team's going to win a national championship this year. They're not going to beat Georgia. So, we need to ride it out with Coach O. Let him fix this team. Let him get it right. Devontae Jones looks like he's he's growing. The defense is growing. The defensive linemen need to continue to rotate because the young D linemen are good. They're athletic. They need to be in the game. I like Bug Strong. We saw Mike Jones. I don't know if y'all saw Mike Jones. I saw Mike Jones. In the first play Mike Jones got in, he got blocked. I don't know. Mike Jones may just not be ready. He may not be ready right now. But Bug Strong, I like the way Bug Strong was looking. I see what they were talking about with Bug Strong. He does come with cruel intentions when he comes, and he can move. I think Bug Strong is going to continue to get better, and Bug Strong is going to come up big, particularly in that Mississippi State game. Derek Stingley looked a lot better yesterday. Derek Stingley was making tackles. Derek Stingley looked, he looked like he was ready to play. That's what we need. That's what we need, because that's what makes the defense easy up front for everybody. When he's locked in, Elias Ricks is locked in, Dwight McLaughlin will be back next week. Darren Evans looked all right. So we need that secondary locked in. When they're locked in, then up front, they can go crazy. Now, I know it was Mcneese State, but you like to see the defense shut out Mcneese State the way they did. I'm not really concerned about that last touchdown, even though I know Ed Orgeron didn't like it. But that's what you like to see our defense do to a lesser opponent. You don't want to see them, regardless of how the offense is looking, you don't want to see the defense looking bad. Hey, Alabama played Mercer yesterday. They weren't up for the game either. Yeah, they scored 48 points. Mercer scored 14. Okay, so, and it was like Alabama wasn't just beating the draws off them in the beginning of the game either. So they don't get up for those programs. It's not like we did what Florida State did. Come out here and just cold drop the ball to an FCS program. They didn't score. They really didn't come close to scoring. They had one good run, pretty much the whole game. Couple good passes. They got shut down. Okay? If you watched the Texas A&M versus Colorado game yesterday, Texas A&M lost their quarterback, and I don't really know if he was going to do that well anyway. But, the guy that came in and backed him up, he had a good moment because I think Colorado got tired in the end. But Texas A&M is not explosive on offense. They have a really good defense, I'm not going to lie. But they were playing a freshman quarterback, and that Colorado team was able to run the ball with some little running backs on them. Okay? It's wide open this year in college football. It's exciting. Everybody seems to be kind of leveling off. The dominant teams already have losses. And so now they can't go without another loss. Or they can't get another loss. They have to go hard the rest of the season. It's wide open out here. LSU is going to click, and they're going to click at the right time. This Central Michigan game, I think they're going to start getting it. They're going to start a little faster, like Keyshawn Butte said he wants them to do on offense. Amani Goodwin's got to play. I would like to see Trey Bradford get his eligibility and be able to play, because it doesn't look like John Emery's going to be available, unfortunately. So it's a new week. It's a new day. It's another chapter in this special season, because it's going to be a special season. It doesn't matter. I just think that they're going to click at the right time. They're going to click. They got to win, and they're not happy with the win. And that's good. We want them to be mad at a win. When they don't destroy a team, we want them to feel that way. Like, you get a win, but it doesn't feel good. That's what we want the team to feel. I don't care about what the fans are feeling. We're all fans. We're not in that locker room. We want the team to be disgusted with a win. Because that defense needs to play lights out like that all season long. And the offense needs to get it going a little bit earlier. Get on that board. Put pressure on teams. You know. Let's have a good week. Go Tigers.